you're all having a lovely day. I hope you had a wonderful last weekend, and we're approaching this weekend and approaching Halloween. For those of you who celebrate Halloween, happy early Halloween. I can't wait to show you guys what I'm going to wear. It's going to be a surprise, but I'll make a video about it. And today's video is going to be on Louis Vuitton colors. But before I start, I had a viewer on my last video about the pronunciation of Louis Vuitton bag names, of how to pronounce the name Gaïsa or Gaïsa. So basically, first we have to look into the derivative and the origin of the name. So there's a reason why my last video was only the names that were French. I mean, obviously, more than one language can share a name or a word, and they can have their own variations of that word. Like in English, we would have the color blue, and in French, it's bleu. But the problem with Gaïsa is it's not a shared word. It's strictly an Italian name. It's an Italian word. There's no French version of it. So I would say stick to the actual correct pronunciation, how it's supposed to be pronounced in Italian, which is Gaïsa. So like I said, if you were to pronounce it in the French way, it would be Gaïsa, but it's not a French word. So it's kind of like, that's why you don't want to butcher the French names of bags and pronounce them in an English accent or an Italian or Spanish accent. People want to know the correct way to pronounce it. I mean, if there was a version of it in French, they would have named the bag that version, or not necessarily though. Like Louis Vuitton's names are really weird. Some of their names, they'll be double-barreled, like two different words, and one will be French and one will be like a totally different language. So I have been more basic, straightforward, and wanted to just do the names that are French, so there's no confusion on how to pronounce. So yeah, I would just call that bag Gaïsa. So let's move onwards. I will go through these colors with you. They're in no particular order. They'll be ranging from Vernis line, Empreinte line, Epi line, and they're just all random, but the French colors. So that's what I'll be going through with you today. I will anglify the pronunciation after the, just without the French pronunciation, but still that you're pronouncing it correctly. If it says a rouge, you can say rouge, things like that. Just so, this video is so you just don't butcher the words up, because I know a lot of you ladies like to learn. So that's why I did the anglified version as well, just so you're still on the right phonetic, I should say, phonetic path, but you're still pronouncing it, just probably without all the extras and intricacies of the actual French pronunciation. So first color is acajou, and if you just don't want to say acajou, you can say acajou. Second is noisette. So you can just say noisette. Amarante. That's a very popular color in the Vernis line. It is probably voted one of the most favorites. It's a very deep Bordeaux, purpley, burgundy, kind of grapish, but it's more of a deep burgundy with some shimmers and iridescence. It's a gorgeous color. I would say it's like a cherry chocolate color. It's kind of brownish. It looks different colors and different lights. It's just gorgeous. But that color is amarante. If you don't want to be amarante, you can just say amarante. Framboise. So that is a raspberry color. It's an older color of the Vernis. I'm not going to go through the history of all these colors, but ones that just pop in my head, I'll just let you know. So framboise was one of the first pink colors of the Vernis line. If you don't like to say framboise, you can say framboise. Next is black, magnétique. Here's an example of when they put an English word with a French word and make a color out of it. So if it was all French, it would be noir magnétique, and if it was all English, it would be black magnetic. But they did black magnétique. So the way you would pronounce it is black magnetique, black magnetique. Rose angélique, rose angélique. And you can just say rose angélique. Rose velours, rose velours. And you can just say rose velours, rose velours. Rose litchi, rose litchi. Rose litchi, rose litchi. Rose indien, rose indien. This is a funny color because they kind of changed it midway. I remember seeing on the website it said rose indien, like completely French, and then they changed it to Indian rose, like just the Anglified version. So yeah, whatever, you know. With that one, it's a bit weird. It's now Indian rose, so I mean, but there was a French name for it before they switched over. I'm not sure if they did it in all countries, maybe perhaps just America, I don't know. But the French one is rose indienne, and you can just say rose indienne, rose indienne. Rose nacre, and you can just say rose nacre, rose nacre. Rose ballerine, and you can just say rose ballerine, rose ballerine. Rouge grenadine, and you can just say rouge grenadine, rouge grenadine. Rouge fauviste, rouge fauviste. This was a beautiful color that was often compared to the Amaranth in the Vernis line, but it was a lot more purpley. It was very purpley. Yeah, it's weird because sometimes it would look really purpley and other times it would look more like a Christmassy red. Also depends on the lighting, but it is also a very beautiful color. I'd say it's a purpley Christmas red. So if you can't say rouge fauviste, you can say rouge fauviste, rouge fauviste. Terre d'ombre, and this is a very browny, earthy color of the Vernis, released not too long ago, and you can just say terre d'ombre. Cerise. If that means cherry in French, you can just say cerise. Citrine, and you can just say citrine. Blanc corail, and that you can just say blanc corail, blanc, blah blah blah, blanc corail. Jaune passion, it's like passion yellow, that's what it means. You can just say jaune passion. Bleu lagon, and it's like so beautiful. I never had a piece in that color. It's like a Tiffany blue in the Vernis line. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's so beautiful, and it's just like you can just say bleu lagon. Bleu infini, and you can just say bleu infini. Bleu nuit. This is a very deep, beautiful, dark blue with undertones of green. It was released some time ago, but it was a gorgeous color. And you can just say bleu nuit. It means blue night. Grand bleu. You can just say grand bleu. Okay, these next three, I group them together because of the confusion people have with pronouncing words in French that normally end in silence, like a T or an S. But the rule is, in French, if it follows a vowel, you pronounce that letter, that sound. So, for example, this next color consists of two words, vert and olive. But when they're together, it's vert olive because the T is followed by a vowel, so you actually pronounce it when it's together like that. You'd only say vert if there was no vowel after it, but because they're together, you say vert olive, and you can just say vert olive, yeah. And then vertes impressions. Again, you'd normally say vert and then impression, but together it's vertes impressions. So you can just say vertes impression. So you can just say vertes. Why is it so hard for me to pronounce? My mouth is like so numb today. I don't know why. You can just say vertes impressions. It's hard for me to pronounce it non-French because like I'm anglifying it. It's weird. Vert impression. Yeah, that's how you can say vert impression. Okay. Gris éléphant. Gris éléphant. See, normally it'd be gris for grey. Éléphant, elephant. Together, gris éléphant, not gris éléphant. Because of the vowel after the S, you pronounce it gris éléphant. And you can just say gris éléphant. Gris éléphant. Biscuit. It's like a biscuit color. You can just say biscuit. Biscuit. Beige poudre. Beige poudre. It's like powder beige color. It's also a vernis color. You can just say beige poudre. Beige poudre. Givre. Givre. You can just say give. Givre. Just kind of have that givre at the end if you don't want to pronounce it. Alright? Galet. 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 Just say galet. Griotte. Griotte. It was a very deep burgundy-ish red that was released, kind of like a blood red that was released by Louis Vuitton not too long ago, I think last year. You can just say griotte. Griotte. Grenade. Grenade. This was a very orangey red, a very bright orangey red, and you can just say grenade. Grenade. Dune. Dune, which is dune, but I mean, you know, the French word is dune, so you can just say dune, dune. Fig, fig, it's like fig color. You can just say fig. Prune, prune color. Prune, that's the color of my Effie Electric Mirabeau. You just say prune, prune. Noir, well, I'm sure all of you know what that is. It means black. Noir, you just say noir. Noir. Pistache. Pistache. It's pistachio, like green color. Just say pistache. Pistache. Coquelicot. Everyone hates that word. Everyone butchers it. And they're like, I don't know how to pronounce it. And I'm just going to spell it out for you. And that's what it is. You can just say coquelicot. 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 Saphir. Saphir. Just say saphir. Saphir. Citron. Citron. You can just say citron. Citron. Cache. Cache. And you can just say cache. Cache. Bordeaux. Bordeaux. And you can say Bordeaux. Bordeaux. Cannelle. Cannelle means cinnamon, cinnamon color. You can just say cannelle. Cannelle. Cassis. Cassis. You can just say cassis. Cassis. Ruby. Ruby. Like ruby. Just say ruby. Not too difficult. Piment. Piment. Just say piment. Piment. Carmine. 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 Neige. Means snow. Neige. 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 Havane. Havane. You can just say Havane. Havane. Or if you have trouble just with the H starting, you just say Havane. Amethyst. Amethyst. Just say amethyst. Amethyst. Celeste. Celeste. You just say Celeste. Aurore. 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 Saffron. 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 You can just say saffron. Saffron. Lila. 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 So I hope that was okay for you guys today. If you have any more questions about pronunciation, do not hesitate to ask me, let me know. And I hope you all have a rest of a blah, 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 blah. What is wrong with me today? I hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. Bye-bye. Mwah.